Is trying to create a better opening. Trying to place the blue against the pink to force Higgins to move it.
Yes, the blue had just run too far. Alex couldn't pot that. In actual fact, despite the use from the crowd, that was a very good safety shot.
This frame already in progress, 34 minutes. Davis still needing the remaining 3 colours to tie.
That was an excellent shot. And so was that. So just the blue for victory in this frame.
No, Higgins still hasn't potted a long one of any account. that wasn't as dangerous as it looked. Higgins knew if the cue ball was going to be near the side cushion. At the best, Davis could only pot the blue. He couldn't possibly get on the pink. It was worth the risk with the pink safe. And it leaves Davis needing 2 snookers.
Alex Higgins, 5.
First, be careful not to pot the pink.
Well, here it is, typical of Davis, refusing to give up, continuing to play, just pink and black, needing snookers, and in fact, let me tell you, he went on and on. The pink and black ritual went on for 11.5 minutes, and Davis had 17 attempts to try and tie up Alex Higgins. Eventually, Davis virtually gave it up. Higgins potted the pink and took the frame, 75 to 46. So Higgins has a frame. It is 3-1 in the early stages of this Rothmans Grand Prix final. Remember, it is the best of 19 frames. So 3-1 at their interval. Let us entertain you a little bit now with those who have tried, those of you who have failed, with the help of Mr. Phil Collins and Ted Lowe.
That really is unbelievable.
The ghostly figure of Alex Higgins in our look through the archives of the Hexagon. He was a ghost last year. He wasn't here. He was banned after that famous head-butting incident. How many times has Alex said, I will return? Well, he has returned, and he's back, and he's now back here in the Hexagon, live here this afternoon. 3-1. It was at the interval, 3-0 to Davis. Davis starting with his best break, a 1-3-7. The second best break of the championship. What a way to start. Getting the second, getting the third. Higgins coming back with the fourth, and here they are. Live at the Hexagon this afternoon, the second stage of the best of 19 final. Davis to break. John Spencer and Ted Lowe are in the commentary box. Enjoy it with us.
Yes, David, we're enjoying it as much as the packed audience here at the Hexagon.
One. Alex Higgins, 1.
Alex trying so hard. It's about 5 years since he won a major title.
And we may see Steve now take this long red into the left-hand corner pocket. Played that excellently and can also move the red away from the black spot now so that the black will respot. And this could prove dangerous now for Alex.
8. 9. 16. 17. 24.
The long hours of dedicated practice paying dividends.
And this time not quite as he played, but can still cut this yellow into the centre pocket and may elect to go round the angles to split the pack. Well, played it instead with a lot of check side on and held it perfect for the red into the centre.
$28. 35. 36. 41. 'Steve Davis, 41. Foul. Steve Davis, 6.
Well, even Alex doesn't understand that. After Steve had notched up his 50th title, I lost count, and that was a couple of years ago. Steve, of course, won this title back in 1985, having been a semi-finalist 84, quarter-finalist in 86.
And this time Alex has to catch this fine to go round the angles back to the ball end of the table.
Yes, deserved applause there.
And Steve trying to rest into the back of these reds now.
Absolutely perfect strength. There's £104,000 resting on this final. 65,000 going to the winner, 39,000 to the runner-up.
So now a chance for Alex here to get back into this game.
One. Alex Higgins, 1.
And that's a disastrous mistake there from Alex. Asking for the white to be clean, but I don't believe he got a kick there. Just looked as though it hit much too thick. And already 45 points behind. So this is an excellent chance for Steve to clinch this frame.
One.
And that bottom red will pass the black into the right-hand corner pocket. In fact, I believe both balls will pass.
Four.
And of course that opens up the other red now into the left-hand corner pocket.
$11.
Couldn't have placed that better with his hand.
$12.
Our referee, Alan Chamberlain, watching that blue.
So now 59 points in front, possible 59 on the
40.
table, so just one more red to virtually clinch this frame.
$15. $19. $20.
Absolutely brilliant.
And taking the brown in preference to the yellow to try and split these two reds.
Overcut it.
Steve Davis, 24. One.
Alex, of course, has no chance whatsoever in this frame.
$8. $9.
So Alex deciding to have a bit of potting practice, being as this is the first frame after the interval.
$15. $17. Alex Higgins, 17. Frame, Steve Davis.
Well, the applause there as Alex finishes a little practice and Steve attends to the tip of his cue. It's delightful to be live once again from the Hexham Theatre on this tournament and seeing two exponents who have not met for some little while, and a great exponent, of course, with me, former world champion John Spencer. John, I'd just like to ask you, would you think that Alex is just a little overawed with the defeats he's had from Steve in the past couple of years?
Well, obviously they will be playing on Alex's mind, although as yet Alex hasn't performed as well in this final as he has in his previous rounds, whereas I think Steve is looking sharper today than he has done throughout the week. So Alex is going to have
Thank you,
to
ladies and
start
gentlemen.
scoring
Sixth
more
frame.
from the
Alex
chances
Higgins
he
to
gets.
And those are words of an expert as we go into the sixth frame. It's the first 1 to 10, of course, that picks up the first prize of £65,000.
And those are the shots that we used to see Alex knock in without any problem, and as you could see there, he was a good 6 inches out.
One. Six.
And these are the positions I feel that Alex has to be getting 30 or 40 breaks to get a bit of pressure on Steve.
$40. 15.
Oh dear, that's bad luck.
Alex Higgins, 50.
There are times when Alex seems to throw that cue at the balls, and that was one of those occasions. And there's a surprise.
Thank you.
Well, Steve's obviously number one with that lady. Mind you, he's number one in the world as well.
So another chance for Alex to put a few points together. And as I said before, I feel these are the positions from which he has to be getting 30 or 40 breaks.
6.
Otherwise, he's not going to get any pressure at all on Steve.
The crowd are certainly willing him on, John.
7.
Yes.
14.
Well, this is bringing us up to the end of our first programme here today from the Grand Prix final, and Alex Higgins beginning to do just what he needs to get back into this match, trailing at the moment by 4-1, but up here by 37-0. Very early on, of course. It is the best of 19 frames, and we have 2 programmes here tonight to watch the climax of it all. So there we are. We've enjoyed our first visit on this Sunday afternoon. As I say, Steve Davis leading 4-1, Alex Higgins coming back. We'll be back, first of all, at 9:25.
15. 22. 30. 31.
And this is more like it from Alex now. Managing to string a few balls together, although he'd made it difficult for himself at times.
$38. 39.
And still a red loose at the back of the pack if Alex wishes, into this right-hand corner pocket.
$44. 45.
So just this blank now to put him 67 in front with a possible 67 on the table. And this break will do Alex confidence a lot of good.
53.
In fact, John, this is his first break of the final. And still 59 there.
$61. $68. $69. $74.
Steve relaxing for a moment. He's been pretty busy this afternoon so far. Overcut it.
Alex Higgins, 82.
The 82 break then sufficient to give Alex his second frame as Steve leads 4 frames to 2.
That was from a man who, before the start of this Grand Prix, was a 150-to-1 outsider. So far had he fallen from grace. He had a chance to take the next. He had 2 chances. He lost it. He also lost the next as well, the last one of the afternoon session. So as they came out tonight, Davis was leading 6 frames to 2. Higgins had already made a mistake. He left the tournament room for a while, but now he's back. There's the score. He's 5-0 down.
Well, he cannot afford to miss those shots. That was really the simplest of pots, and he's missed it and left them.
One.
Well, the loose thread is only available into the centre or possibly the left-hand corner, so he might well try just lodging one or 2 of the reds apart here. Just looking to see how the reds would break.
Six. Seven. 10.
Well, not quite far enough, but I'm quite sure he can handle this all right.
15. $21. $24.
Hasn't travelled with the cue ball quite far enough there, but he has a second choice.
25.
Now he can cut the blue and return. Quite a few reds available here. Didn't intend the collision with the yellow ball. It's now left him further away from this red than he would have wished to have been. It's another great pot though. Clean as a whistle. Nice position on the yellow.
Well, that's his intentions were good there, but he's been a little bit fortunate. It's rather tucked up, but he's got a fairly comfortable red here. So 39 points ahead, and still more to come.
$40.
Worth noting there that Steve declined any thoughts of position on the black. Black's always missable from against the cushions.
$45.
Now he could drop nicely on the black. No,
46.
Declined it again. He's going to persevere with the blue. It's good snooker to keep going back to this blue ball and returning to the reds.
$51. 52.
So Alex Higgins now requiring snookers.
57.
And Steve looking to be in better form than the commencement of the match. He missed quite a few that we normally expect him to get, but he's potted some very good balls in this first frame.
'58. '63.
Now that he has the
64.
frame one, he'll bring the black into play.
Steve Davis, 64.
(7-2). If you haven't recognised the voices, Eddie Charlton and Jack Carnham are your commentators on this first session of the night. Let's rejoin them with frame 10 in progress. Davis has got 14 points on the board. Higgins has left him one right over the pocket.
There we can see he's pretty straight red, but he can make an angle now.
Foul.
Well, he
Alex
should have done.
Higgins, 4.
So that's a let-off for Alex. Well, Alex obviously thinks everything's against him at the moment, and this is another fine chance for Steve.
One.
Has got an angle on the blue to force back to the red balls.
Six. Seven.
Well, he's overdone that a little. He's made that rather difficult for himself, in terms of position particularly. He would have wanted a much thicker pot than this.
Yellow.
Well, there you are. There's an
Davis.
example
7.
for all the players at home when to refuse the chance.
It's a good shot. That's a very good pot as well.
1.
Made a shot to nothing out of it by getting the cue ball right back to the baulk cushion. Again, it was a brilliant pot from Steve.
Steve Davis, 1.
Well, that wasn't such a good one. Have to practice a little more billiards for that one. He missed the cannon on the green. He should have been really tucked up behind that ball. And the bridge that Alex is making here is, well, it's outrageous. The length of the bridge over the bridge hand, the cue, it must be over 2 feet. And there, what an eccentric bloke he is.
1. Six. Seven.
Well, Alex just having a look there, but the reds are not easy.
Having the angle that he has on the black, he could take the cue ball into the reds to open reds out, or pass around the pack. There's at least 2 on for the same pocket as the black. And he decided to go into them. And this is looking good.
14. $50. $17. $80.
Oh, he's run out of position here. Fine cut on the black. Position should have been much better, but that's a good shot. Having run out of position,
25. 26.
He's now back in control. And we should see Alex clear the table from this position.
$32. $33. $40. $41.
So 29 points ahead. And this red will put Steve in
47.
trouble. 51-22.
$48. $55.
So Steve sitting calmly.
Alex Higgins, 57.
The Higgins fans, there are plenty of them, beginning to make a noise. 7-3. Remember, you need 10 to win the title and the cheque. On to the next, and we join Alex Higgins, and he's just 3 points up. Look at this situation.
Alex Higgins, 1.
Now I think he can get past the blue.
One.
Now surely he must take this time the red on the bottom cushion and work his way back up the table.
Big difference between the two players in this final. Steve very, very rarely misses the opening ball that he faces when he walks to the table. When he does miss shots, it's somewhere during the break. Alex's problem is to get started. It's just the opposite. He can't seem to make that first initial pot to gain good position and get started. And that's the big difference that I see between the two players.
Well, he's got on the ball all right, but the black makes things very difficult here.
Nine. Green ball. Steve Davis, 9.
Steve's tactics there in playing the safety is to get Alex to play at the two reds. And there's the result. One of them is left on.
One.
Well, he was in two minds there, whether to risk forcing that cue ball around or take the brown.
6.
The brown actually was a better positional ball, but a more difficult putt. And in a tight situation, Steve's played the more certain shot, and I don't blame him.
Steve Davis, 6.
So Steve Davis 11 points ahead now.
That's a good shot. Very good shot. And the way the colours are placed, whoever takes this red ball would become a very firm favourite to clinch the frame. So this has got to be an important shot. And Steve was hitting and hoping a bit there, but great chance for Alex.
One.
And no medals for that one. That wasn't a difficult pink
7.
and not very well controlled.
Alex Higgins, 7.
The pink ball has cut the green ball off to the centre pocket, so the clean-up is not quite so easy now.
Foul. Steve
dear.
Davis, 4.
Well, the one consolation is that the green is rather tied up. So that's a little bit unfortunate for Alex. 8 points behind. And again here, Steve wanted to be straight on that green. This is a very difficult cut into the centre, but of course lovely opportunity for a snooker.
Steve Davis, 2.
If Alex decides to go across the table where there is a chance of potting the green if he hits it, should he miss it, he's going to leave them on. And that's worked out all right. It's not a good shot. Shouldn't have played the green into the blue with the room that he had, but it's happened, so this could be frame winning shot if he makes it. And having missed it, can Alex pot this green and get onto the brown? The black's on the side cushion. It's the only difficult colour, but the way the scores are, it wouldn't be needed by either player anyway. So it's green to brown for Alex, and he should win the frame.
Three.
Well, that was a good brown, but this will be a better blue.
Alex Higgins, 7.
The blue is on for the centre pocket as well as the corner, but because Steve requires blue and pink, he's going to play for the snooker. Now Alex has the task of not only hitting the blue but keeping it safe.
Well, that's a cracking shot by Alex, trailing by 3 points. So it's all about the blue and the pink now, and this is not too difficult, the blue, and if he can just pull down the table and get behind the pink. And of course there's a degree of safety attached to it as well, should he miss. Well, he missed that by quite a long way. So now it's up to Alex. Only needs the pink. So Alex takes another frame. 7 frames to 4.
And didn't he enjoy that blue? Well, the next frame, frame 12, went to Davis. It was his almost all the way. So Davis now needs 2 more for the title and the big check. Take a look at frame 13. There's the score. Nothing on the board. Higgins' first shot after Davis has broken off.
The first shot after a mid-session interval, which Higgins has spent in the practice room, potting balls.
Six. Seven. Touching ball.
And he is restricted here by the red over the right corner pocket. At all costs, he must ensure that Davis can't see that one.
Foul. Alex Higgins 12, Steve Davis 4.
And Higgins declared the foul on himself even before referee Alan Chamberlain did so. Although I think the referee also saw it, just fouled a red.
Well, both players, of course, worried about that red, and
Touching ball.
I can remember a situation like this lasting for a week one night.
1. Eight. 9.
Still one red in the middle of the table he could play for. Or he has an opportunity to cannon into the cluster. Had have broke nice,
60.
but this isn't easy.
$70. 22.
That wasn't well judged. Player of his ability wouldn't have expected to have kissed the brown there.
Alex Higgins, 22.
First to win 10 frames, takes the £65,000 first prize.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that. Tried to run past that red, and I think this red might just be possible into the centre pocket.
One. Steve Davis, 1.
Well, surprising miss, straight blue. And he was lucky he didn't get on a red.
Steve Davis, 1.
Well, Alex tried to catch that thin to run up in the balk area, but much too full. So Steve can knock this red in with the rest. A good chance to get right back in this frame. Now a chance for Alex to pull another one back. And the more Steve starts to miss, the more confidence Alex will be getting. And Steve is starting to miss, so Alex has got to punish him.
Three. Four.
.38 points in front.
10.
These three reds around pink and black will be sufficient.
11. $17. 18.
'So just this red
24.
to leave Steve needing a snooker.
Just checking the scoreboard. Takes him a little longer to do that than us. The reason being that the break isn't added into the running score
31.
until the end of the break on the scoreboard in the arena to which the players are playing.
Alex Higgins, 31.
But on any scoreboard, a lead of 59 with 51 on the table is a very good one.
It was a very good one. It's become a very good final. 8 to Steve Davis, 5 to Alex Higgins. You need 10 to become the champion. There's more to go, and we'll be back later. To our Grand Prix snooker final, featuring Steve Davis and Alex Higgins. Earlier tonight, Steve Davis went into a lead of 7 frames to 2. You need 10 to win the title and get the cheque for £65,000. Well, then Higgins won 3 out of the next 4. If you were with us last, you'd have seen this score. Steve Davis 8, Alex Higgins 5. So that takes us to frame 14 of the scheduled 19. The story of the match so far, Higgins finishing frames well, but starting badly. Frame 14 is just underway. There's no score. Higgins to play.
Well, it was difficult at that distance, having to cue downwards at speed.
One. Eight. Nine.
This, in fact, is just what Davis needs. A good, easy opening to get himself going again. He didn't do anything in the last frame, really.
Fifteen.
And if Davis could win this frame, he'd be 4 up with 5 to play.
Twenty-one. Twenty-two. 29. 30. 37. 38. 41. 43. .44.
Well, a tricky positional shot required now. 4 reds open, but they're just covering one another for the pockets. If this works out right, could be end of this frame.
.49.
It hasn't, and that's end of break.
Steve Davis, 49. .6. .7.
.63 points in front now. Just 1 red and a cover, and
14.
Alex would need snookers.
.50. .23. .30. .31. .39. .44. .45.
A break of 49 took Davis into the lead. He ended it with a safety, and that yielded the opening for this clinching effort.
.50. Steve Davis, 51.
And although Higgins comes to the table, Davis goes back to his seat knowing that he's 4 up with 5 to play.
Two. Alex Higgins, 2. Graham.
Higgins concedes with no further ado. Steve Davis leads by 9 frames to 5.
Needing one more for the title. Higgins still nibbling away like the terrier we know he is, and beginning to resist the temptation to fly at everything on the table. Here's the next frame. He's just ahead.
Foul. Sure. Alex Higgins, 4. One.
So a chance for Alex here to get a few points on the board. The problem, though, of course, is the pink and black are both tied up.
Six. Seven.
There's a study in action.
Alex Higgins, 11. One. Three. Four. Six.
Yes, that's putting 4 balls for 6 points.
Seven.
Well, that's a terrific shot, John.
Yes, played that off the angle and no chance of a plant here, but not easy. There is quite a gap between the two reds.
Alex Higgins, 12.
And he's obviously very upset with it. Took it fairly easily.
Yes, it was a risky shot to play because he'd no colour after it and he potted it. But now giving Steve a good chance here. Probably cut one red onto the other, leaving that over the corner pocket and going down for the blue.
One. Six. Seven.
So although he's still 23 points in front, I wouldn't say he's favourite this frame.
And that's not a good one from Steve.
14.
£16 the difference at the moment. Steve Davis looking for that odd frame to pick up the £65,000 of first prize. Now, Alex with a 16-point lead. Reds over both top pockets.
Yes, I don't think Alex will get much better chance than this to clinch a frame. Also, of course, a red over the bulk pocket.
6. 7.
30 points ahead and 43 points left.
14. 50.
So this black to leave Steve needing snookers.
$23. Alex Higgins, 23.
Steve remains in his chair, so Alex saves the match. Steve now leading 9 frames to 6 and still requires 1 frame.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Frame 16, Alex Higgins to break.
Yes, applause there for a very good break by Alex Higgins. The cue ball tucked underneath the bulk cushion. It would appear that Steve can get at this outside red. But not sufficient to putt it.
One.
That bump might be very helpful.
Five.
The black is wide
10.
open.
$11.
And now when potting this red, he'll be disturbing the pike.
$90.
Awkward queuing.
Alex Higgins, 90.
He's an extremely good safety player when he wants to be.
I don't think Steve was looking to try and pot this red, it's whether he can get safe off it.
Alex had to swerve the cue ball to get at that red, and he just didn't quite get it right.
Doesn't seem to have done much damage though.
see what I mean about safety.
And again, no easy path to the baulk end of the table for Alex.
Now, what damage has he done this time? 19 points in it, Steve yet to score. Wanting just that one frame.
Steve Davis, 1.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. Sometimes that one frame is very difficult to come by.
Obviously the black is possible here. And at the same time, he'll be moving the red away from the black spot.
Eight. Alex Higgins, 8.
And that could turn out to be one of the vital pots in this frame. Plenty of loose reds about.
8. 9. 16. 17.
Now, will Steve play for the loose reds or screw into those 4 and try and bring those into play?
$24. 25.
'On Tuesday,
32.
Steve goes to Buckingham Palace to collect his MBE. He's after the 65,000 for his bus fare.
$33.
And deliberately left an angle on the black here to disturb these reds. We'll need a little bit of luck, but should he land nicely on one of these reds, it could be end of frame. Are those 2 reds a plant?
40. 'Steve Davis, 40.
Cue ball is on the way to the pocket,
Foul.
but at least
Steve
the 4
Davis,
reds are safe.
4.
£18 the difference. One mistake now can be fatal.
Well, it looks like Alex is taking this red on. Holding the white there for the black, should he pot it.
He took the chance and it didn't come off. Too far up the table for that blue. That is to come up for the reds. So taking this brown on.
Pretty good for him. He has an angle on the red, I think, to screw round behind the other two reds for the black. So 31 points now, the difference. One good red. And it could be game, set and match.
13.
Alex studying the table, wondering in fact if he will get back to it. He certainly will. So a last chance.
One.
Can he save the match for the second time?
Obviously a lot of pressure out there, but if anyone can play under the pressure, it's Alex. He's proved it time and time again.
9.
That's
16.
very unfortunate. He's snookered himself.
Alex Higgins, 16.
He's within 15 points. That's enough.
So what a chance now for Alex.
Two.
The nerves are taking their toll.
Alex Higgins, 2.
Nine points only. That's how the cookie crumbles. Another chance for Alex.
So Alex needing 4 balls.
Unbelievable, John.
Yes, both players showing the pressure out there. And this time just green, brown and blue required for Steve.
Well, Alex has no one to blame but himself. All the words have been spoken and written about this man at the table. It must be said, he is a worthy champion. So it's just the pink, the title, and £65,000.
Steve Davis, 12.
Has to swerve around the black, keep the pink out, and he's done so. But Alex concedes, it's all over, and Steve Davis takes his 2nd title this season.
To receive the runners-up cheque of £39,000, Alex Higgins.
The biggest cheque Higgins has received in a rather checkered career.
A cheque for £65,000 and the 1988 Rothmans Grand Prix trophy goes to Steve Davis.
Presentation being made by Graham Riddle, Managing Director of Rothmans UK Limited. The cheque and the trophy for this year here in Reading. Familiar picture, hasn't it? There was one other cheque tonight. That was for £6,500, and that was for the man who knocked in the best break of the whole Grand Prix, and it went to Dean Reynolds. Steve Davis nearly beat him today in the opening frame, but Reynolds gets £6,500 for 139. And normally at this stage, I'd be sitting here talking to the champion, this time Steve Davis. But as many of you may know, who've been watching us throughout the week, there is a legal dispute going on at the moment between players represented by Barry Hearn, of which Steve Davis is one, and the sponsors of this tournament, which are Rothmans. And because of that legal dispute, players represented by Barry Hearn are not allowed to do press or television interviews, which means that you cannot hear tonight what Steve Davis thinks about his victory and what he thinks about the rest of this forthcoming season. Let's hope we get back to something like normal before our next championship, the United Kingdom Championship in Preston, and various factions in the game stop hitting each other with handbags, even if not their checkbooks. So that's it. We hope you've enjoyed our week here. I think it's been a great tournament, a lot of good stories. We look forward to your company, as I say, in Preston in a month's time.